What is up, Flockers? That is my fellow Lockers and aspiring Lockers. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what you can expect with interlocking. So if you're interested, then stick around. The first thing that you can expect with interlocking is that if you are doing it yourself, it is obviously going to be more difficult in the beginning than other methods of maintenance. It's more difficult than just retwisting your hair or even crocheting. It's more difficult. Once you've learned it, once you got the rhythm down, and once you've done it a few times, it becomes very simple to the point where you can hold conversations while doing it. You don't even have to think about it. You can watch TV, watch shows, or whatever you may want to do, read a book on your tablet or something like that. So it's not that it is a difficult thing to do, it's just more difficult in the beginning to learn. So you can expect that there is a little bit of a learning curve in the beginning, trying to figure out the directions in your hands and mirroring. If you're looking in a mirror and stuff like that, it could confuse you at first, but I'm telling you, stick through it. Try it a couple of times and you'll be like, oh, okay, this isn't bad at all. It's actually really simple to do. Another thing you can expect with interlocking is that it's going to take you significantly longer to do your reties than if you chose to do retwist for your maintenance method. There are always going to be pros and cons to each method or whatever when it comes to one thing over another. They all have their pros and cons. And one of the cons to retying is that it is a longer process than retwisting. But for me, I retie. The pros outweigh the cons. Being able to go 2 months without having to touch my hair because it just stays, put. It's not coming unraveled or anything like that. In the in-between time, in the meantime, if I go swimming, no matter how much I wash my hair is staying put. It's not coming undone. It's not having any issues. And then after the 8 weeks have passed, 8 or 9 weeks, I go in, do my retie, and then I'm good for another 8 to 9 weeks. But you should expect, like I said, that it does take longer than if you chose to retie or maybe even crochet or some other retightening method. At this point, I pretty much already touched on in the last one, but just to re-emphasize in it, it's really cool, but something to expect is that you will have longer periods of time in between having to do your maintenance because your hair is going to stay longer, it's going to stay put. You're not gonna have to worry about if you get it wet, whether you're going swimming or whether you step outside and it's raining. You don't have gel that you're having to keep from exposing to moisture and you don't want to sweat. So, oh, I can't work out because my hair will unravel. You don't have any of that because your hair is interlocked and it's staying in place. So that's something that you can look forward to and expect with your interlocking. Something else that you have to keep in mind and that you can expect with interlocking is that honestly, just like with any type of maintenance of your locks, if you overdo it and do it too much, you can cause damage. Tension is a thing that happens with any type of retightening. It's manipulation, whether you're retwisting or you're retying. But because a lot of times we like to have it look pristine and look as good as possible, some people like their stuff to be tight to the scalp and just, get in every single rotation they can possibly get. It might look nice, but if you're putting it too tight and putting too much stress on it, you can pull the hair follicles out. You can cause thinning, balding over time. And yeah, it's just not good for the health of your hair. So you can expect that you could do damage if you're not doing it properly or if you're overdoing it, just like with anything in life. Another thing that you can expect with interlocking is that you're going to have this braid-like looking pattern until your locks mature. Because of the way that interlocking works, whether you choose whether you choose 2-point, 3-point, or 4-point rotation, there is a weaving of the hair into itself. Okay, so again, whether you're doing 2-point like that, or you're doing 3-point where it's like that, or you're doing 4-point where you're coming from all the different angles, your hair is going to have a braided pattern look to it, especially with the 4-point rotation. That one just causes it to be more condensed than the 2-point and the 3-point, but it has this kind of like zigzag look to it, or this braided pattern look. So that is something to expect, and if it's not something that you like, then maybe you need to go with a different maintenance method. But that is the look that you're going to have, and then once it matures, then obviously it grows out. But it just depends on you and your hair. I mean, I don't know. It's been some weeks since I've retied, but I don't know that you can tell that there's any type of zigzag or anything like this. Once your locks mature to a certain point, it kind of becomes a moot point in You can't tell, you can't see anything. And when you retie it just all blends seamlessly. So that's something else you can look forward to and expect with interlocking, is that once you do have mature locks, and as you do your reties and interlock, it just all ends up being seamless and looking clean. So at the end of the day, you really don't have to worry about it looking weird or the braid pattern or anything like that. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button so I know what type of content you're enjoying. And before you go anywhere, hit that subscribe button so that you can join the flock. And also check out some of the other videos that have popped up on the screen. See you there.